How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to New Mexico State Men's Basketball News. I'm Marshall, and today we're going to be talking about the Aggies' first Conference USA win of the season and their first Conference USA game of the season. So they're 1-0 in conference, 8-6 overall, after an amazing win against a really well-coached and just really good overall Sam Houston State team. We're going to get into all that, so stay tuned. First things first, I don't think you can start this video without talking about the amazing performance Christian Cook had. Another brilliant performance by him. He's been, just dominating all season long. 25 points. Great efficiency, really clutch, made most of his free throws. He did miss one that was like, oh, that could hurt us, but he made most of his free throws, only missed like that one, like I said. Had many clutch shots towards the end, got fouled a lot. I'm so glad that the Sam Houston State was fouling him. We did a great job of getting the ball to Cook. That way he could shoot the free throws because he's our best free throw shooter, best shooter overall. I don't think his free throw percentage is as great as it was last year, but his shooting percentage is better in my, from what I've seen, I think. And he just looks better overall. He had a tough shot to put us up by 4 with about a minute left. It was like over 2 defenders, like that over one of their taller guys. Zadie Jackson had an amazing shot as well. He had like a little pump and then inside, right inside the 3, so it was a 2. Many clutch shots that we made that we missed earlier in the year. I feel like if this game was played at the beginning of the year, we would have lost. I also think the team last year would have lost this game. So it's just huge improvement overall. Coach Hooten got his first win against his former team, so he's 1-2 against him now. Maybe he can go 2-2 if we can get a late win on the road. Just great to start off Conference USA with a win, especially being at home. We took advantage of that, and that's great. Can't forget to talk about Peter Filipovic, or how you say his name, Filipovic. Really hard to pronounce, but I hope, one of those are right. Pretty sure the answer says Filipovic. I'm going to assume that one's right, but I've heard people say different things. I feel like I've heard him even say something different things, and Coach Hooten say different things, so who knows. But he had 20 points, great game for him, 7 rebounds, almost had that double-double. Came up really clutch. He's going to be one of our best players. He has proven that. Deontay also played pretty well, had 9 points, hit a big 3, high-arcing shot. Again, Andre Roberson kind of reminds me of him, high-arcing shot. Not the greatest shooter, but can knock it down if you leave him wide open, and that's what Sam Houston State did. He knocked it down. He played a pretty solid game overall and did what he had to do to help the Aggies get the win. Zadie Jackson had a little bit of an off game, didn't really do too much, but I said came up with the clutch of that last shot, had 6 points overall. Our post play, again, not the greatest. Emmanuel didn't score. I don't believe his brother scored either, but they still came in there and played the role and, played effectively. Just want them to get more dominant scoring. If we had Casey on this team, oh my goodness, this team would be even better than they already are. I love our posts, that it's not as good as they were last year. I even think Jonathan Kananga would be really good for this team. He'd probably have his scoring a little bit. He only averaged 2 points a game last year. But I think on this team, he'd probably have, put up Casey type numbers. So hopefully the post play can just continue to improve. I don't believe Edward got in the game, but I'm sure he'll get his chance soon. Jacoby Osborne got in the game and, just for a little bit. Carl didn't play, so I'm not sure if he's hurt. I can't remember or not. And not on the rotation, who knows? But hopefully he can step up and get his opportunity soon. Rob was a little bit quiet off the bench, but he still had 8 points, had a big one. I'm kind of surprised he's not starting. I know we need a post starting, but we had that one game where we started Rob and Peter, and we looked amazing. I believe that was a Southern Utah game. So, honestly, if we did that, I wouldn't mind it. It really just depends. Coach Hooten knows what's best. He knows his team the best, so I'm not going to argue with it. Obviously, Coach Hooten's a basketball genius. Hence why we got that big win over his former team. Sam Houston State's a very well-coached team. They were picked to finish 3rd in Conference USA. Picked to finish 7th. We beat them. I know it's just one game. UTEP, our rival, conference rival, they beat Louisiana Tech, and Louisiana Tech's picked to finish 1st. I think UTEP's supposed to finish 5th or 6th, according to Conference USA. So, that just goes to show, 2 teams that are middle to, the bottom of Conference USA beat 2 of the top teams, according to Conference USA. And I still think Louisiana Tech and Sam Houston State are going to still be up there for sure. I still believe they'll be top 4, top 5. Louisiana Tech will probably still be number 1 or 2. But it's just great that we got a win. Unfortunately, our rivals got a big win as well. But maybe that at least shows that Louisiana Tech's beatable. Because UTEP's a really good team, don't be wrong. But I was not expecting them to be Louisiana Tech. I was expecting this to be Sam Houston State. So I was like, okay, we'll go 1-0. They'll be 0-1. But they got the win, so shout out to them. Even though it's a rival, there's a good win for them. If we could, like I said, Louisiana Tech's going to come out and play tough that next game. They don't want to start off Conference 0-2 against teams that aren't even in the top 5 of Conference Tuesday, or at least weren't predicted. I still think us and UTEP could finish top 5, honestly. I think we're really skilled teams. I think there's a lot of skilled teams in Conference USA. My point being is that Louisiana Tech's going to try to come out and not play flat. And so we're going to have to bring our A game and put together another great performance to start off Conference 2-0, which is something we haven't done since probably 2021 to 22 season, I don't think. We started the season off 3-0 for the first time since that season. So maybe we can, go 2-0, then who knows, we'll go from there. Just one win, but it's a great win. It's a great win to start off, especially since Louisiana Tech, they lost tonight. Still a great team. Daniel Bach is a great player, averaging about 20 a game. That probably went down a little bit because he only had 10 points and 8 rebounds today. But he's still a double-double machine. He's going to be a freak. And he dominated us last year, along with Isaiah Crawford, again, Keelan's cousin. Keelan Dorsey from last year's team. my boy. He should be playing for New Mexico Junior College pretty soon, and they're actually killing it as well. So shout out to them. Going to be a tough game to win, but if we bring our A game and have the crowd that we had tonight, I think we have a great chance of winning. Obviously, I couldn't make the game. I'm up here in Washington. There's just under 4,000 fans, about 3,900, I believe. So shout out to all the fans that went. And once the students get back, once I'm back, that Kennesaw State game, everybody should be back. The students will be there. I'm sure by that time we'll have a couple more wins under our belt. Maybe have 10 wins by the time overall. A couple more wins in Conference USA would be great. Playing against Louisiana Tech, UTEP, and FIU. I believe those are all winnable games. I don't think we'll win all of them, but I think we can at least win one or two of them, which would be great. Put us in a good spot to win that Kennesaw State game. Kennesaw State and Jacksonville State, I believe, play tomorrow. They haven't played yet. They're the only two teams that haven't played, so I'm pretty sure they play. I believe that us and UTEP got wins. I think Middle Tennessee beat FIU. It was a close game. And again, that shows you because Middle Tennessee's been one of the top teams in Conference USA, and FIU's been the worst. FIU almost beat them, so anybody can beat anybody on any given night. And I've been saying that all year long. I always say that, but now you guys know even more. Liberty lost to Western Kentucky, I believe, and I believe they had a big lead. Just going based on what I saw on Twitter, I didn't watch the game or keep up with it. So they lost 71-70, but I heard people saying it was a huge choke job by them. Like I said, Liberty hasn't played the most competition, but Western Kentucky is also a really great team. So both teams went at it. Both teams proved that, they can be great teams as well in Conference USA. It's hard to say who's going to win it. I mean, it's only one game. You can't go based off that for anybody. But in just that one night, you see all these great teams competing and playing, and definitely better than last year. That's why I do think we'll be better than last year in conference, but there's obviously a lot of other better teams. I think they're going to improve as well and have a chance, just like us. So we'll just have to play it out and see how it goes. But I do really believe in this team, and I'm sure a lot of Aggie fans do. Jaden hit a big three on the bench. He had 5 points. He's really productive. He's been productive all year long. I know his stats look like they're low down, but he's just fitting this team very well. We have a lot more talented and skilled players than we did last year. So last year he'd be more of a leader. Not saying he's not a leader this year because he definitely is as a returner. But doesn't have to do as much, I don't think, and he's just doing great as a role. I'm glad he's playing well. One of a good friends of mine as well, so he's doing amazing things. Gabe Pickens came in and had 4 assists in just 8 minutes. His assist to minutes ratio is insane. He had a bucket as well. He did get called for a flagrant, and the refs were just not great all night. But the free throws were pretty even. We shot 24 free throws. Sam Houston State shot 22. I can't remember what they shot. I can't remember if Sam Houston's. I think they were I can't remember what their percentage was. But we shot great. We were 20 for 24. Which, again, a lot better. We didn't do great at shooting the free throw last game, but the 4 games previous to that, we were shooting it pretty well and shot it very well tonight. If we can shoot 20 for 24 or that same type of percentage every night, I believe that's over 80%. If we can do that every night, we have a lot more better chance of winning games. So we let a lot of games slip last year in conference and just overall because of missed free throws. I think the game against Stephen F. Austin, we blew on the road, Jalen Jackson Posey's old team, because Brandon Suggs, he had a good game overall, but missed some clutch free throws. And he even took the blame for that, posting on Twitter that the loss was on him. So if we could just avoid that, that'd be great. This was a game, I think we were up by 10 at most, up by 8 at halftime. So not really a huge lead that we blew at one point, but it'd be nice if we could keep the double-digit leads. Again, we kept the lead. We won it just like we did against Southern Utah. We've done a couple other times we haven't. But it's just great that we escaped with a win. Again, would like to see us try to improve and get better at that. I don't want every game to be like that where we're up and blow it. I would love to get up by 10 to 15 points in most games and keep those leads because I think we're definitely, capable of it. We shot 24 for 58 overall, 7 for 20 from 3. So not the greatest in the world, but shot free throws really well. And we defended our asses off, did pretty good on defense, forced them to, not have a great shooting percentage either. I think we're pretty similar on that. Very close game, very great win, 75-71. Just really proud of the guys and happy how they came together and got the win. We started off conference last year with a win, only finished 7-9. So again, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. But it's definitely a great start. You want to start off good, you want to finish off good, you want to play good in the middle. There's 18 conference games this year instead of 16 like last year, and I believe next year there'll be 20. So just to keep on upping and upping. And Conference Tuesday is going to keep on getting better and better. Usually it's been better than the WAC or old conference, but the WAC was better last year for sure. But I think they're taking a little bit of a fall, and Conference Tuesday is going back up. I think we're ranked 9th out of 32 conferences in terms of how skilled the teams are, or something like that. I was looking at an interview with Coach Hooten. He was talking about the UNM win about a month ago, which is crazy. That's already a month ago. Time flies really fast. It's already 2025. And again, that's a goal of mine. This video will be going out tomorrow, the 3rd, the day right after the game. That's going to be my plan all year long. I know right now I'm not as busy because I'm not in school. During school, I'm a lot more busy, so it's a lot more harder to get those videos up right away. Because I get home after the games, it's late. I go to sleep, wake up at class. I don't really have time to be at the room by myself because I want to disrupt my roommate, Jacob, one of my good friends of mine. He's always busy with work. We all are. Not work, schoolwork. You know what I mean. But I will do my best and make sure I get those videos out to you within 24 hours. We were actually 7 for 25 from 3. I made sure to fact check because I couldn't remember exactly. So not as good. It was 35%. I thought I was 7 for 20, but 7 for 25, definitely lower than that. I'm not sure the exact percentage, but probably just under 30 or just right above 30. So not great, but we'll fix that. We'll work on that. And we still got the win despite not shooting the greatest. So, hey, we'll take it. The free throws definitely came a clutch. If we didn't make our free throws as consistently, we would have lost that game. There's been so many games we've lost by like 2 or 3 points where we missed like 9 free throws. It's like, bro, come on. Only missed 4 tonight, won by 4. So if we would have missed just 4 more, could have been tagging on overtime. Who knows who wins that? But I think the home crowd definitely helped out. I think that's a game on the road. I'm not saying we lose, but definitely wouldn't be able to be as successful. Once Cook hit those last free throws, I knew we had the win. All we had to do was just wall up, and we're fine. Again, great win for Coach Hooten over his old team. I know he has to feel some type of way about that. Great, gritty win. They played amazing on defense. They really wanted to win today, and they showed that. They played their butts off, just like I said earlier. Really proud of them. I'm sure you guys are too. I know I'm kind of sounding, redundant, saying the same thing, but I just can't, say how proud I am of them. I think that's going to close the video, talk about everything I want to talk about. Again, looking forward to the Louisiana Tech game at home. Again, won't be there, but I'll be at the next home game after that against Kennesaw State. That's not for about another 3 weeks. But expecting them to come out and play hard. I'm expecting that to be another close game. But if we do manage to, build a double-digit lead or a decent lead, I want us to keep it. That's going to be the point of emphasis for them, is to keep leads. That's the biggest thing they've, struggled with all year. They're 8-6 overall now, 1-0 in conference, but they could easily be like 10-4 or 11-3. So we'll just see how it goes. I'm really excited for the future of this team and the rest of the year. I know I said every video, but I feel like every game they show me that, even if it's a loss or, they show mistakes like tonight, almost blowing that 10-point lead, they still manage to win by 4. So the free throws are getting better. Whole team's getting better. Let's see how they continue to improve. And I really appreciate you guys for watching this video, and I'm out.